Hang on.
Check this out.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Bay something nào à? Sa ating ano? Yo, bay something? Ating ano?
Peruvian spice. I'll try some.
What you want to do now is at this point add the potatoes back into there. Then I finish it in the oven on broil because the broil section will have the fire on top, just like the tandoori oven. Hi guys, and welcome back to Trini-Born American Made. So this morning I am going to show you guys a very quick and simple bread dish item that we prepare back home. It's called fried bake. The reason why I call it fried bake is obviously because it's fried, but this dough recipe is like the basis, or I should say the basic dough recipe that I would use for like rotis and most of my other mixed preparations. All right, so stay tuned guys and don't miss this because you're gonna enjoy this light and fluffy fried bake, and stay tuned for more other videos coming soon. Okay, we need like about 5 simple ingredients, which is flour, baking powder, yeast, some water, and a little bit of vegetable oil. You're also going to need vegetable oil for frying. Okay, so let me get into this recipe so you all can understand what you do and how you do it. So I've never measured my recipe before, but I'm gonna do it today with you guys. I usually just do it how to my eye, so we'll measure today. 1, and I'm just preparing bakes enough for the 3 of us. That should make like about six bakes roughly. So I'm doing 3 cups of flour. That's 3 cups of flour there. As I said, I don't usually measure, so today will be my first day I'm measuring, guys, so bear with me. That's 1 tablespoon of the baking powder. And please, guys, don't use baking soda. It's not baking soda, it's baking powder. So don't get it mixed up. If you use baking soda, your bake is, I don't know, it's gonna come out very different. Okay, so make sure you get the right ingredient in there. And I'm just gonna use about a teaspoon of yeast. Okay. I also forgot I'm gonna use some salt, so I don't want too much of salt. So I'm using just a 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. You can use regular table salt. As I said, I kind of really cut back on using that iodized salt. So there you have it. Salt, your baking powder, yeast, and your 3 cups of flour. Okay? Mix this all together. If you want, you can add a little sugar to it. You don't have to, but the flour already have its sweetness of its own. And if you add sugar to it, then your bakes will kind of come out a little darker. So I don't usually add the sugar to my bake. Alright, and you should feel the flour feeling really nice, light and fluffy. You're gonna make a dome in the center. And this is about 0.5 liters of water. And this is what I like to do. Just add little by little, because depending on the temperature that is outside right now, today is about 55 degrees, so it's cold. So depending on the temperature, you tend to use more or less water. So you add your water gradually. And just like you would mix cement, try to get everything mixed up. Part by part from the center, go out, you add more water. And this is not hot water, this is just room temperature water. But I like to boil my water first, just to get out whatever impurities might be in the water. And notice I'm not kneading it very hard, it's just really light, because I don't want the dough to be a tough dough. Alright, so you work in sections, guys, a little by a little. You don't want to mix too much at a time, because then you're going to have a really tough dough, and that's what you don't want. The idea of doing this video is to show people how to make nice soft bakes, because some people know how to make bake, but then some people make the bake kind of thick and hard, and you know, it's not very aerated. So as mommy used to say, you're not doing a good job if you didn't clean the sides of the bowl, right? So this is where I start to clean the bowl, mix everything up, And I'm just taking my 4 fingers here like this and just pulling the dough and pushing it down like this and pressing it out. You see dough all over my fingers. Get all this on the side there. Alright guys, so I'm not mixing it too much and I'm not pressing very hard on the dough. So my thing is, I say if you want a soft dough, you need your dough soft, okay? You don't need it too tough. So you see how you press in there and you see it's like sunk in. You don't want it to be too bouncy, bouncing back up. So that's how I make my dough. And then after this, I add a bit of oil. Okay, so I don't usually measure the oil, but I'm using like about a tablespoon of oil. And I just drizzle it over the dough and I continue working. Notice the dough is, see the dough is soft, right? That's where you want the dough. This is how I make my roti dough also, guys. So if you don't want to fry it and you want to put it on your tower, you do that and you make your rotis, right? So what the oil actually does is help seal in the moisture. So when the dough is raising, because you already put the raising agents in, which is the baking powder and the yeast, what the oil is going to do is seal that moisture in and ensures that your dough or your bake stays nice and soft. So you want that there. Then you're going to cover this with a nice towel. It could be a cling wrap. You don't have to be a towel. It could be a cling wrap, because the cling is actually going to seal in that moisture and help it to form that heat and condensation and keep it all nice and moist. Or you could use a nice warm towel. As you've seen in my old bread videos, I usually take like a cheesecloth, pour some hot water over it, and then cover the dough with it, so that the heat helps it to raise and also formulates that circulation of condensation and the air of the condensation going on there, so it keeps the dough very moist. All right, so this is what you're going to do, and you're going to leave it here for like about a half hour. Okay guys, so this is the dough now, and you see the texture of it. All right, so this is how soft you want it. So the oil just kind of like keeps it moist. All right, this is how you want your dough to actually look, soft like this. Okay, and then you're going to take them and boil them out into the portions you want. And here I have my wooden cutting board. I use to roll out. You could roll out any counter if you want, but I just feel like doing it on my wooden cutting board today, because when I tend to roll, I don't want the dough to be rolling all over the place. All right, so the wooden cutting board kind of helps the dough not slip and slide all over the place. Okay, so let me show you guys what I do. So you want to take your dough, pinch it off, and you're going to tuck it in like this, like you're squeezing like this and pinching around and push in. Everybody does it differently, but I do it like that, and then I roll the bottom in the center of my hand. So that's one dough. You just place it down there on a clean counter surface, whatever. Same thing I do again, pinch off another piece, squeeze it in. Can't show you all any slower than this because, you know, I tend to move a little fast. So just squeeze and pinch all around, push it in, put it onto your palm, give it a roll, and you're rolling it because you want it to have that smooth top. This don't have to be professionally neat, guys, you know, if you're doing this for your home, for your family. And I haven't used any flours yet. The only time I'll use flour will be when I'm ready to roll it out and basically put it to fry. And I'm still not going to use too much flour for that, because the flour tends to harden it up and make it a little bit tough. All right, so let's say I'm just feeding the 3 of us here, so I want to get at least 8 to 10 doughs, because you know, somebody might eat 3, somebody might eat 2, somebody might eat just 1. I never know, it depends. Every day is a different day, so I always have to be prepared. If there's remaining, that's okay. They still come back and have it sometime with any day before the morning even ends anyway, so yeah. So I got 8 dough balls here, and in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my oil to hot and so forth, I'm just going to place the wet cheesecloth over the dough for a little bit, just to let them sit from the stress of me rolling it out. I just want them to sit a little bit and relax, you know. You want to get your dough very relaxed. And then you're going to sprinkle your board with your flour in the meantime. Not too much, but not too little, because definitely don't want it to stick to the board. All right. And then we're going to prepare the rolling of the dough. Okay, so I'm gonna dust the dough. So a little bit of flour again, not too much. Like I said, guys, not too much. You don't want too much flour, but you want to make sure it doesn't stick to your board or to your rolling pin. Just gonna roll it out gently, because if you press on it too much, guys, it's going to give it stress. You don't want to stress the dough. You had them relaxed, you want them to stay relaxed and ready for the fire. It's a psychology thing. Okay, so now this dough is definitely too big for my pot. So what I like to do, and this is how I get more, and y'all can think about this. This is how I get more, is I cut it up. So instead of doing regular round circle shapes, use a knife, cut it in quarters. If you want, you could use a glass and just press into it. You're gonna get the same balls I'm gonna show you guys just now. But you see, this is the dough right here. It's not too thick and it's not too thin. That's what you want, because you want people to have some sort of dough to eat, but not too much, because you don't want it too thick and heavy, and you don't want it too light and airy that they'd be like, you know, did I just bite a cloud? Literally, you know. So yeah, so just doing the one bake for you guys, and that's it. I'm getting you out my kitchen. All right, as I said, you see, the longer you leave them to sit is the more relaxed. See this, the dough is very relaxed. You can do what you want with this dough now. This is the same method that they use in pizza shops. They don't put stress on it, they have it relaxed. The reason why you relax the dough is because you don't want the dough under stress, because it's going to come out too tough and hard and not very edible. Okay, so roll out your dough. Don't put too much stress on it, don't press on it so you're not angry. If you're angry, don't go making breakfast and making fry bakes and playing up in dough. If you're angry, go pound some spices out. That will get your energy working and, you know, whatever. But if you're angry, go pound some spices out. That will help you release that anger and that energy. But if you really want to just enjoy a meal and a really nice dish, see that? It's like a piece of tablecloth. That's what you want it to be like. You want it to fall like this. You don't want it to fall hard. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys now. I'm going to fry this and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here I have my pot of oil at medium temperature. And I know it's good because you see those little bubbles there. That means it's ready to kickstart, right? So just place I see people just be jumping away from pots. Don't do that, guys. You're gonna burn yourself. If you're afraid of heat, stay out of the kitchen. Take your time and place the bakes in the pot of oil. You see they start to bubble up already. And try to turn them as quickly as possible so they get nice fluff on both sides. And remember, your dough is small, it's thin, so you definitely don't need them cooking forever. Once they get a little color, I mean, your color is, you know, everybody has a different likeness to color. But once I find it looking nice and a little golden, I don't like my bakes too dark. You know, you can see the change in color there. That's when you know you're ready to go. And as I say, you could do your bakes bigger than this. I'm going to do some big bakes and I'll show you guys. You know, I like to show everybody different sizes, different variations. But, you know, if you're having a party or a lime or something and you want to make fry bakes and make it stretch, this is definitely one way. You make it smaller, bite size. You cook some saltfish. You make some saltfish to go with it. And you have a little dish to go here with your little party dishes and stuff that you have going on. All right, it's very small. As I say, you could do it bigger, but I like to do them small because it looks like it's a lot. You know, see that? It makes it look like you have a lot to go in your plate. And then here I have chana boiling, because we're going to eat this with chana, not saltfish today. And all I did to this chana, this was pre-cooked chana, and I just placed it on the stove, back up with some water to boil. I'm adding some onions, and you can use this recipe if you want to do like doubles. You know, this is kind of like the same recipe for doubles. Just do a boiled chana. So it's the onions, I just added in there. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. You could use fresh garlic. I prefer to use fresh garlic, but I got the garlic powder right now and no fresh garlic. Could you believe that? I cook with so much garlic. So garlic, some cumin. That's about a tablespoon of cumin. You want just about a teaspoon of turmeric, just a little bit, and that's it. You have shadabeni and pimento. You could add your shadabeni and pimento. You're gonna put a little black pepper in here. You taste it for flavoring. You could add a little sugar. It's So if you want to have sugar, you don't have to. But this is basically just the basic recipe of it. So it's not no curry powder and all of this nonsense that, you know, people curry. That's a curry chana. This is what boiled chana is. And you make sure when you boil the chana come down nice and soft and it don't look cow and hard. Alright, you don't want no chana sticking in people's bowels and, you know, damaging the stomach. You want your chana to just boil slow. It's on a slow fire right now. So you know, boil your chana slow and let it get chance to cook and kusumi and get all the flavors coming out of it, you know. And if you taste and you add, you find you're missing a little something, you add something, you know. Kitchen is, you know, just your own thoughts, your own imagination. It's not about, you know, you have to go with a particular recipe. You do your own thing and you make it as healthy as you want it for your family, for your friends, however you want to do it, you know. There's no hard and fast rule. You just got to know the basics of what you're doing and then you add your own ingredients, you know. You don't have to add this amount and that amount like how people make it to be. Long time we never used to measure nothing. We just used to go with the spiritual realms and, you know, you smell a spice in the cup and you say, this might smell good, this might go good with this, and that's it. All right, so here you have your chana boiling. I'm gonna add some I don't have shada beni. My shada beni never survives the winter, but I do have some time, so I'm gonna add some time to just add some greenery and probably a little oregano just to add a little greenery. As I say, you don't have to add it. And yeah, that's it. That's all you need. This alone is gonna give you the exact flavor of what you're looking for in your dish, right? So this here is gonna go with the bake, and you know, back home we do chana, fried bake, and cheese. You know, I don't know if I might do the cheese. I don't think so, but yeah. So guys, thanks for watching and enjoy. I'm gonna show you all the finished product of everything at the end. I will show you one of the bakes that I would do, one big bake, just to show you what the one big bake would look like, you know, and that's about it. But yeah, so enjoy guys your breakfast dish, and thanks again for watching. Okay, so back at the pot, and I'm taking my time. Notice I'm not afraid of the oil. Taking my time and putting that down there. And because this is so big, I want to just press down just a little bit, just to get everybody to get those nice bubbles happening there before I flip. You see, everything is about being gentle. Okay, that's it. So you let this caramelize on one side, caramelize on the next side till you get it nice and golden brown, and that's it. And I'm gonna show you guys how soft this bake is. See that? That's it. It's just soft, just soft and nice. It's not too tough. You bite into it, it will melt in your hands. Okay, that's what you want. You want a hard bake. And this bake should be covered down with a cloth or something of the sort so it don't dry out. And that's it.